사실은 just keep me entertained. Blame it on my ADHD. I can't focus on you lately. I want you to know you haven't been on my mind. You gotta keep trying, 이러다 놓쳤나. Blame it on my ADHD. Did you say you wanna date me? 너 생각보다 그렇게 착하지 않아. 너뿐이라고 거짓말한 건 미안해. I really didn't know how I felt about you. Honestly, I probably shouldn't be with you. 너 생각보다 그렇게 착하지 않아. 너뿐이라고 거짓말한 건 미안해. I really didn't know how I felt about you. Honestly, I probably shouldn't be with you. I shouldn't be with you. I shouldn't be with you. 요즘에 우리 연락이 뜸해졌어. Funny how we both don't wanna get by. 우리 아무 사이도 아닌데 네 사진 보고 있는 내 모습이 한심해. 나조차도 못 본 척할래. Don't repeat capture trying to play. 너 진짜 모르니 내 맘 갖고 놀지 마. 재미없어. 사실은 말야 난 널 기다리고 있어. 하루 종일 온통 baby I want you. 상처받을까봐 널 잃을까봐. Sorry I want to but I can't give my all. 나 생각보다 그렇게 착하지 않아. 너뿐이라고 거짓말한 건 미안해. I really didn't know how I felt about you. Honestly I probably shouldn't be with you. 나 생각보다 그렇게 착하지 않아. 너뿐이라고 거짓말한 건 미안해. I really didn't know how I felt about you. Honestly, I probably shouldn't be with you. I shouldn't be with you. I shouldn't be with you.
Hey. All right, good morning and welcome back. I'm Teddy and you are listening to MessyMocha. It is Wednesday, April 16th. So come on in, grab your cup, and let's sip up a little messy mocha. This morning, I thought, you know what? Let me just go back into some videos that I thought were important enough to loop back to. This particular video, I played it last summer, and it had to do with a new receipt that I discovered about Monique Tolbert and some legal dealing that she had around her license, her insurance license, and that she had information that she was sitting on that she did not disclose to the licensing board. Okay. When I released that, of course, I got a lot of blowback. Why don't I just say specifically there was one individual? And then that video had been, I'll just say privated. It may have been in a group of videos that was struck at the same time. I'd have to look back. Either way, it was important information. Because at the time, a new fraudulent filing to the medical board had been discovered. And again, actually, there have been multiple ones that have been filed that I was unaware of. Mhm. So I asked the question of this particular group that was listening the night that I went live. Let me just see. Let me pull the video up because we're going to listen to it. This is fair use commentary. Shout out to the mob, all my other peers. I call the Grizzlies. You can email me at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. I'm just pulling it up. Here we go. And let me set it up so that we can also see comments. Just give me a second. Good morning. I can see Junebug that just came in. Okay. All right. So it was called Monique Tolbert. Just tell us the truth. Analyze this at Unwind with Teddy. Monique Tolbert, just tell us the truth. I titled it that way because if you recall, Monique Tolbert came to this platform voluntarily. And she clicked on a link with Nosy Whole Live and So Debonair. It was June the 18th, 2021. After that broadcast and during the broadcast, you could see the chat, and many were questioning the validity of some of the things that Miss Tolbert was speaking about when asked and responding to Nosy Whole Live around her LLC and other business dealings. Okay. She said she didn't know. She was getting ready to say all about the tea. When asked about how did she find out her cousin all about, you can clearly hear her just about to say, because she caught herself. Because if she wasn't going to say something that she didn't want the audience to hear, why did she suddenly decide abruptly to stop mid-sentence and go on to something else? I think it's because she realized she was saying something that she didn't want others to hear. We can be challenged on that. It's quite simple. Either she did or not. But here is the thing. It brought into question whether or not she was being truthful. Yeah. Monique Tolbert, just tell us the truth. Because if she had stated something that was not true during that interview, or conversely, if Miss Tolbert stated information, more importantly, to a licensing board, and she failed to disclose information or misrepresented it, then why wouldn't one also think that she might be capable of misleading an audience? Especially, she came and then found herself under the microscope. Okay. I'm talking about the microscope of Nosy Whole Life and So Debonair, who were just simply asking some questions. She didn't have to click the link. She didn't have to come on. She said she wanted to clear her name. So Ms. Tolbert, just tell us the truth, is why I created this video. It was, let's see, August 27th of last year. Okay. And I showed some receipts to back up why I would title the video and or at least pause. Okay. So let's take a listen to it. I'm going to be doing some things in the background. I'm feeling a little better this morning, but I do have a full plate uh, this morning. I do. And this might be one of the ways to go back, take a listen to some of these videos. You can just grab your cup, sip it up, do whatever you are doing this morning. Even if it's one person listening, that's okay with me because, well, I'll just say that's okay with me. All right. Also, shout out to my moderators, wherever you are, could be at work or. And then I know there are some listening in the background. As a matter of fact, why don't I make Facebook Live? Facebook is live. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Junebug says, I'm glad you are feeling a little better. Yeah. I did get some rest last night. Thank you. All right. Let's go. Email me at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com and then see if you can follow the reasoning behind this video or the rationale. Same thing. And she's trying to build up a case to tear down my name and my character and who I am. Why should we believe her? Why should we believe Monique Tolbert when she came on this platform? Let me just throw this up for a second so that you know I have something. Let me just also say Monique Tolbert came to this platform. Okay, I'm going to go back to the video, but I just thought, you know what? Let me just throw something up real quick so you actually know I have something here. And why should we? That's the question, Monique Tolbert. Why should we believe you? Because where is this from? I'm going to go over it. Louisiana Department of Insurance from James D. Donnellan, Commissioner, dated February the 10th, 2017. I'm going to show you. Okay. But pursuant to LARS 221554A, the Commissioner of Insurance of Louisiana said may place probation or suspend or revoke. There's that word, revoke. Isn't someone trying to get my license revoked? Trying to put out a lot of false information and talk about ethical behavior? Maybe they ought to look a little bit closer to perhaps maybe somebody that they love talking about ethical behavior. And by the way, this is all alleged, but I've got documents here. May place probation, suspend, revoke, or levy a fine not to exceed $500 should he find that an insurance producer, and that would be Monique Tolbert, has provided incorrect, misleading, incomplete, or materially false information or omission of material information in the license or renewal application. Oh, we're going to get back to it. Now, this was 2021, right? And Nosy Hole Live and So Debonair were asking Monique Tolbert questions. Yes, Vicky Black, allegedly. Oh, I'm not doxing Miss Tolbert at all. You see, her name is Monique Tolbert, and she told us about her daughters and her family and, a number of things. And she demanded an apology from So Debonair and Nosy Hole Live. Y'all remember that?
And whoever Monica is, I don't know who the hell is Monica at all. But I have a right to protect myself. So that's why I came on here. Okay? Because I'm warm enough to stand up to either one of you guys and let you know that I'm not Monica.
If you're not Monica, it just sounds very weird that when we Google your name, you pop up.
Okay, but Google my name as Monique Irene Benoit Tolbert, and I'm 52 years old. So how old is the person you guys looking for?
Do you know Monica then?
I do not know Monica. I have
So when we Google your name, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. When we Google your name, because we Google your name with the initial and everything, you pop up on the internet knowing her. And
I do not know.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. It's better for you to be honest about it, because you are definitely connected to this lady. Because when we Google your name, you definitely pop up knowing her.
Monica who?
Does she scare you? Like, is she threatening you? Is she threatening you?
She is her. She's threatening her. This cuckoo bitch. You're Monica. You're Karai.
No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Nosy Heifer, but I'm not Monica, sweetheart.
So Debonair said it's better. It's better if you just be honest with us. And a number of people who listen to this video question whether or not it's Monique. Tolbert was telling the truth, or was she, did she tell the truth throughout this interview? A lot of people question whether or not she was telling the truth, and caught her in a number of contradictions. Now, the reason I'm now asking this, Monique Tolbert, Miss Tolbert, why should we believe you? Why should we believe you? Now, let's go back to your history, shall we? I am just looking at this to say, now, wait a minute. If Miss Tolbert was asked about information, and let's just say she didn't tell the whole truth, maybe a few years later, do you think if she comes on, I mean, Nosy Whole Live and So Deb don't mean anything to her. So, I mean, why should she really, be forthcoming? She said it was her cousin Kelly. She said she didn't know how to get onto YouTube. I showed that she had a YouTube account. Listen.
I'm sorry.
Can you say hey, teacups?
I'm sorry. You get cut off because everybody's trying to call me now. But what you said?
Can you say hey, teacups? Can you say hey, teacups? This Monica.
Hey, teacups. This Monica.
That sounds just like Monica.
I'm sorry. That's not me.
It sounds like you just gave us a dry version, but it sounds just like
the cousin that called you. Who's the cousin? I'm sorry. Maybe we have the wrong lady. Who's the cousin that called you?
You know her. If you're not Monica, you know her.
I don't know her. I do apologize for all the confusion, but I swear to God, I'm not Monica. My name is Monique.
Okay,
Monique. That part.
Avatar. That's fine. Tell us about the cousin that called you.
My cousin that
What's
I hadn't talked to, her name is Kelly.
How'd you know about this?
Kelly called me and told me that this was going on, that I need to come on here and clear my name. So when I said, well, how do you even get on YouTube Live? I don't even have a subscription or anything. So that's why I use my daughter's name in her YouTube channel, because I don't even know how to get on YouTube channels.
Can you take this chat?
She doesn't know anything about YouTube. She doesn't know how to get on YouTube, although she had a YouTube channel. Monique Cook, with her face. She didn't know nothing about YouTube. She didn't know anything about anything. And she says, my cousin? Okay, so let's go back to this. Monique Tolbert came to this platform. So Debonair and Nosy Whole Live did not ask her to come onto their platform. Okay. Danielle came to this channel because she said Nosy Whole Life hurt someone she loved. And then she demanded an apology be given to Miss Tolbert. She's the one that came on and offered all of this information and said she wanted to clear her name. Right? I'm going to play just a little bit more. Then we're going to go back. We're going to go back to that document and ask the question, Miss Tolbert, why should we believe you? If you would tell information to someone who is much more valuable, much more important in what you're doing than a So Debonair and Nosy Whole Life, right? Listen.
That thing down.
Take what down? I don't even know how to take it down.
So let me ask you this.
Take what down is what I'm asking.
I wasn't talking to you.
Talking to me.
So when you come on here, how did your name get on here?
This is my first time ever on this.
You have to type your name in, ma'am.
No, it asked me when you guys sent me the link. Listen to me. Be fair. When you guys sent me the link, or whoever sent me the link to get live to go on here, when I type it in, it just asks, do I want to come in with my Google account?
That's not true, ma'am. Ma'am, that's not true. That's not true, ma'am. You have to actually type your name in. You have to type your name.
No, I do not have to.
Listen, we use it every day. We use this every day. So you know, in order for your name to be on here, like my name says right here, So Debonair, I have to type that in there.
No, the reason why it came up is through when you asked your Google account, and that's how it verify you. What are you talking about? No, sit up on the couch, because you know what? We're gonna get this clear tonight. And
that's
you
not
got
real. I have to type my if I log in from a different email address, I have to type my name in right here.
I don't have to type my name in because it verifies me through Google.
Your name doesn't automatically pop up on here.
Yes, it does.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does.
Nosy, is that true?
Let me ask you something, ma'am. Why is it that you are connected to All About the Tea? Even when we look you up, when we look up All About the LLC, you are
not connected. I didn't even
you are. How you sound, Monica?
I'm not connected. Wait.
She said she was not connected. And Nosy Whole Life asked her questions about the LLC, and she said she only had one. Remember that?
I mean, here's my husband.
Remember that?
Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Look, so we own here.
Okay. So she asked her questions about, let me just move it from this picture. There we go. She asked her questions. She said, I don't know her. I don't know anything about this. You know, I'm just here to clear my name. But she said some things that just didn't land so well with a number of people. Okay. So, Miss Tolbert, why should we believe you? Okay, let's go back to this. You saw who this was from, right? Louisiana Department of Insurance. Okay. And we're going to go through this. Dear Miss Tolbert, and this was, again, the date, February 10th, 2017. If anybody says, oh, why are you going back to 2017? Ask somebody, why did they go back 45 years to look up where I fell in a roller rink when I was 19 years old or whenever it was. How they were able to dig and, brought that up. And it was an injury. Okay, let me read this. Pursuant to LA RS 221554A, 2, the Commissioner of Insurance of Louisiana may place on probation, suspend, revoke, or levy a fine not to exceed $500 should he find that an insurance producer has provided incorrect, misleading, incomplete, or materially false information or omission of material information in the license or renewal application. On or about December 14th, 2016, this department received an application for an insurance producer license on your behalf. In that application, you answered yes to having both misdemeanor and felony convictions. In response to an email requesting additional information regarding your criminal history, you indicated that you answered in error and that you have no misdemeanor or felony convictions. This department has received information which indicates that on July 15th, 2010, you pled guilty to domestic abuse, which you failed to disclose. Due to the facts stated above, this department has determined that you provided incorrect, misleading, incomplete, or materially false information on the license application submitted to this department. Now, let's go back here. Oh, this is something new. This is something new. Y'all been asking me to talk about stuff, right? So Danielle, while you send in stuff to the board, okay, why don't you tell the truth? Is this your family? Is this the person you love who admitted to misdemeanor and felony conviction, but then came back and told the licensing board that they had made an error? But then the licensing board came back and discovered that they didn't really allegedly tell the truth. Now, Monique Tolbert, why should we believe you? This goes to character. This goes to what? Doesn't Danielle falsify information? Fill out documents? Oh, you got something in common with Monique Tolbert if it isn't but just that. And I'm not false doxing because I got the documents. You didn't bring this up, did you? You didn't bring this up, but you wanted an apology from So Debonair because he was trying to get to the bottom and asking questions. That's all I want to do. Why should I believe Monique Tolbert? Why should I believe her? Now, I know this is going back to 2021, but all of this is predicated. All of this, you're coming to this platform, defending, doxing, taking down channels. All in the name of what? Somebody else is lying. Someone else is hiding. Someone else is doxing, false doxing, and all of this and that. And Miss Tolbert, her hands are completely clean. She always tells the truth. She's never, everything she told everybody in 2021 was the truth, right? I didn't say it was a lie. I said, Monique Tolbert, why should we believe you? Why?
I'm not. I'm probably the nicest person you guys can meet.
You haven't been nice since you've been on
you
here.
guys
And you've been lying.
Hold on. Don't blaspheme my name.
Your name is right here because you typed it in.
And by the way, I only bring receipts. I'm not doxing Miss Tolbert. If Miss Tolbert wants to come on and have a conversation, we can do that. Okay? But Danielle, I think you're connected to Miss Tolbert. Why? When she said the things that she did. And she was right there with Rocky. Okay? And who else was with Rocky? Black Rabbit was with Rocky. And who else was with Black Rabbit? Danielle Robertson was with Black Rabbit. And who else was on the party line? Oh, y'all don't know what I got. Let's keep going.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Your name is right here because you typed it in.
I did not have to type it in. All I
Yes,
did
you,
was
you
type
cannot
up.
get on
No,
screen now
oh
without
my
typing in
God.
your name, man. That's impossible.
How you found out about this video? We just want to hear you explain, because you, all right, Debonair, she might be the wrong person. Wink,
Okay.
wink.
I'm gonna mute myself.
And I want an apology. You think that girl, whoever is using my name, will come on here and try to explain herself? She's a freaking coward. She's hiding behind me, and I'm coming here to clear myself. Dave sent whoever's on here, your crowd. I don't even know how this bull crap works.
Angelica Floyd said that her picture was used for the avatar. And when I talked about that, who tried to tear down that notion? It was Danielle, right? Everything that was said about Miss Tolbert. Oh, it's a lie. It wasn't her hands. It wasn't this. It wasn't that. Oh, why should we believe you? Why should we believe any of this? Because we already know that with Danielle, we're dealing with someone who couldn't tell the truth if it were right in front of her face. Now, Miss Tolbert, I'm not here to prove or disprove you're the avatar. I'm just saying, well, now wait a minute. Maybe we missed some things here. Who was your daughter? Which daughter was it that you said would be coming on and looking into this? I thought Miss Tolbert was just a country bumpkin, right? Who didn't know anything about anything. Baby Juju says the pic image of the avatar is a big receipt that can't be ignored. Talk to Angelica Floyd. She said that Monique Tolbert used her picture for that avatar. Now, why am I to believe Miss Tolbert is telling the truth on Angelica Floyd? Remember, there's still an open, the last time I checked, which has been a while. She said Angelica Floyd came back and destroyed that office building, outside, pulled up the plants and did, they shared an office space. They were never business partners. They were building partners. And then suddenly, because what? Miss Tolbert, basically, I guess if you would say it, Angelica was there when after Nosy Whole Lives interview with Monique Tolbert, and then Black Rabbit got an interview within 24 hours, a sit-down pre-recorded interview with Monique Tolbert. They wanted who? Angelica Floyd there as well. And she thought that Black Rabbit was Monique Tolbert's lawyer. She was upset. She was not happy. She was not happy with Monique Tober. She was not happy with Down the Rabbit Hole News, who basically tried to pull the wool over Angelica's eyes to get information and to get her story, her narrative supported. Black Rabbit was so concerned in Monique Tober to convince the audience that she wasn't Monica the Avatar. And because she didn't buy into it and say everything that they wanted her to say that day, they turned on her, allegedly. Allegedly. Listen, what else did she say? Now I'm looking at this. Why should we believe you, Ms. Tober?
Okay, they sent me a link, and they say if you use this link, you're able to go on live. I don't even know how this works. So when I use the link, it asks me, did I want to use a Google account? I push my Google account, and then that's how my name come up here. I close my tablet up and came on my phone so I can talk to you guys direct. You guys have the wrong person. And right now she's probably looking at this bull crap and laughing.
Question.
And laughing. So
Question.
don't say I'm a lie.
Question.
Y'all owe me that much since y'all have the wrong person. No. You owe me that much since you have the wrong person. And when y'all find out it was me, I want y'all to bring me back on live and apologize. And I mean it.
Let me tell you something.
Funeral? Can you say funeral?
What you say, baby?
Can you say the word funeral?
Now, see, Monique Tober wanted an apology for what? Getting information wrong. Right? An apology. This was 2021. But her history says something a little bit different. She wants people to be above board with her and get the facts correct. Correct? What did she omit? What didn't she say during this live? When she was about to say, when Nosy Ho Live asked her about the cousin. How did she get on? How did she know the cousin? But because she gets on here, I guess. But before that, she said because she does all and then correct it. Why shouldn't I believe that she was going to say that? Why should I believe Miss Tober? Everybody was covering up for her and saying that everything is wrong. So, Debonair, you got it all wrong. Nosy Whole Life, you got it all wrong. Everything about Miss Tober, everything about Monica, everything. You just got it all wrong because you doxed the wrong person. You asked questions, even though Miss Tober, they didn't ask you to come to YouTube. She voluntarily came on this platform. So that makes her part. That makes her part of this 2021 story. She's central. She's a central character in the 2021, whether people want to hear about it or not. Because you know what? There's still something that's just not right. I want an apology. Did she tell the truth about everything?
A funeral? You want me to times you want me to say it, sweetheart? What else y'all need me to do to prove?
I'm gonna tell you that. Let me tell you this. Let me say this to you. If we are wrong, I have no problem with apologizing to you at all. I don't. Everybody knows I'm the biggest person that will apologize to you. But what I do know is this. When we Googled you, when we Googled the name, you were connected to that website.
Wow.
And so that's why we are on where we're at. Your voice definitely sounds like Monica.
Come on.
Huh? No, I'm just saying, if we wrong, I'm good with giving an apology. But you definitely sound like her.
I do apologize.
Didn't So Debonair right there acknowledge? He said, if I'm wrong, I have no problem giving an apology. I'm still going to stand up and say the way they beat So Debonair over the head for giving Monique an apology, the way Danielle and the way Black Rabbit beat him over the head for an apology to Miss Tolbert when he was simply asking her questions and did not want to succumb to Black Rabbit and come on her platform. He wanted to do it his way. He wanted to offer her an apology the way he wanted to.
Your story that you've told has changed like multiple times.
Her story has changed multiple times.
Changed because I'm
talking. No, your story has changed.
My story never changed.
Live again. Your cousin told you.
Look, I'm gonna give you the life story right here. My name is Monique Irene Bernard Talbert. My dad's name is Joseph Bernard. He is the pastor of Union Zion Missionary Baptist Church.
That is true. That is true. My question, my title is Monique Tolbert. Why should we believe you? When your history shows something different, that, you're not necessarily coming clean with everything. That's really important or above board. It goes to character. Oh, Danielle, you want to file to the board to get my license revoked? And you want to create stuff and talk about ethical. You're supposed to be ethical, when you apply for insurance as well. Isn't that when you underwrite, and handle things like that? Ethical. Are you sure you don't know this family? Danielle. Mimi Twin says she said she knew nothing about YouTube, but yet had a page Monique cooked before this interview. That's just one of the times that it appears that she didn't tell the truth. Allegedly. I've shown that. How come? What was she covering? Why? Danielle Robertson does have something in common with Monique Tolbert. She does. Listen.
I go to New Life Apostolic Church. Okay? I am a firm God believer. I have a Down syndrome child. I noticed that that's what hurt me the most, because you guys went on there talking about my faith. I have a hope, faith, and charity.
She says she's a Christian woman, and that's great. Danielle Robertson said she was a Christian too. however she defined it. So she's a Christian, plus she creates dark pornography on the web. That's very Christian like, Danielle.
Okay. You know what it is, Sarah? Because I'm a God-fearing believer. I would never destroy nobody's life. And I expect nobody to destroy mine. Okay?
She said she would never destroy someone's life. And she doesn't expect someone to destroy her life. Rare Groove says, great question, Teddy. If she's not DEA, she certainly knew. Check about Monique Tobert's background. That's right. She's always checking into people's background, checking into Nosy Whole Lives' background. Black Rabbit, checking into this, checking into that. Behind the David Johnson letter, digging information, digging up information and posting information on people. And when it's pointed toward her, what does she do? She's got to win. She's got to dock. She's got to, make stuff up. You see, Danielle, I don't have a felony. I don't have a misdemeanor. I don't have a criminal record. But Danielle's trying to create something. She's trying really, 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 really hard. Maybe you ought to look at the people you surround yourself with. If you can lie, you can steal. If you can steal, you can. Danielle, don't talk about me about ethical. And she keeps on saying it and put it up to the board. Ethical. When it suits you. When it suits you. This department received information which indicates that on July 15, 2010, you pled guilty to domestic abuse and you failed to disclose. That was something really important. Now, check this out. What is she doing right now? She's calling the housing department and saying this person didn't disclose money and they didn't do this and they didn't do that. And she's digging up information because she's so righteous, right? She always stands for right. Only when it works on her behalf. That's it. Joanne says the whole scene reeks in motive. Because you got to know what you're dealing with. This is what Nosy Holai was dealing with. Yes, she did a lot of things, but it was Monique Tobert. It was Raquel Simeon. It was down the rabbit hole Maya. It was Danielle Robertson, who says that's not her name, Danielle. It was Blaine Greenwich. I'm talking about a host of people who were doing things before the mothership landed. So why are we to believe? Why are we to believe, necessarily Miss Tobert? Because it goes to credibility. If she would falsify documents, if she would, state things as facts. About her own criminal history? This is Miss Tolbert. She pled, let's go back up here. On or about December 14, 2016, this department received an application for insurance producer on your behalf. In that application, you answered yes to having both misdemeanor and felony convictions. In response to an email requesting additional information, just like, additional information, right? Right? Like additional information, go down to the housing department, additional information, go to the medical board, additional information, because when something, when there's a red flag, there's questions. Well, they were asking for additional information regarding Miss Tolbert's criminal history. It says that she indicated, or you indicated, you answered in error. Okay, so you can go back to them. Look, guys, I made a mistake. I was reading the document too quickly and I checked the wrong box. Why would that be important, by the way? Is because maybe you wouldn't get the approval for a license, or maybe something about the license would be at, issue or risk when they are examining and issuing licenses. So she says, look, y'all, I made a mistake, guys. Look, I got it wrong. But the department came back and says this department received information which indicates on July 15, 2010, you pled guilty to domestic abuse. Now, who was she abusing allegedly in 2010? Oh, we don't have to go into that. She stood up there in front of, the judge on television in front of millions and millions of people. And what happened? It says, which you failed to disclose. That goes to character. That goes to integrity. Don't blame me. It's there in black and white. It's at least questionable. So I put in, it says Monique Tolbert. Why should we believe you? You see, this wasn't brought up. Nosy Whole Life didn't bring this up. She was trying. But she didn't have her hands on this information. And perhaps other information too. Because, she wasn't really prepared to ask Ms. Tolbert all the questions, but she was really good at her interview, spontaneously. So while they had Ms. Tolbert in front of them, because she agreed to it, why not ask some questions?
My daughter's been Down syndrome. She's 23 years old, and nobody deserves to be talked about. Don't talk about my Down syndrome child. That's not fair.
You're playing the victim, like Monica the Avatar does. Nobody talked about Down syndrome child. We don't do that over here.
I'm playing the victim.
I never said anything about no Down syndrome child. I never did that. I never did that.
Oh, we did that.
I never did that. I never did that. And I feel like you're diverting from the conversation, because no one ever said. No one has ever said anything about no Down. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you, because I'm about to get mad. I would never talk about Down syndrome child. Ma'am, listen to me. Ma'am, listen to me. Hear what I'm saying. I will never talk about no Down syndrome child. First of all, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I would never.
So Debonair said he would never do that. Nobody had talked about any Down syndrome child. Why that was even brought up. Did you hear anything about that? No one.
Never do that.
Okay.
But what I do know is this: your story has changed multiple times since you've been on here.
No,
First of all, you said that you got on here from your daughter, then you got on here from somebody
right.
else's phone. Now you on here and your name is on here. You don't change the name. Your story has been shifty.
Okay, let me tell
So
you something.
it sounds shady.
He said it sounds shady. Your story been shifting. She shifted from, she checked the box that she did something, admitted to misdemeanor and felony convictions. And then she shifted to, no, I didn't. I made a mistake. But then during the investigation, they uncovered the truth.
But don't break. But wait. Before you finish,
Should we believe her?
before you finish, don't bring up that about the child because we would not do that. We would not do that.
First, okay. I do not have a YouTube channel. Get on that. Okay. So what my
I can't
daughter
hear her.
Donna has a YouTube channel. So when I came, it came on as her. Let me tell you, I done got my throat dry.
Somebody just said Monica's always complaining about her throat. Oh my God.
No, when I was typing, listen,
It's
so
that
y'all know,
laryngitis.
y'all just listen, hear me out. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. When I was typing, it came over as me because I didn't know how this worked.
But why are you connected to her?
One of your watchers sent me, they kept calling. They say, you seem like a nice lady, but we need you to go on there. I say, y'all get Nosy to call me. I want her to call me directly.
Nosy.
So the wrong person.
Why are you connected to her?
I thought it was your cousin.
It was her daughter.
My cousin called to notify me that all this was going on.
And then she used her daughter's YouTube channel to get on here.
So she was trying to walk me through it.
I know. How did your cousin know about this channel?
Because she does all, she gets on it, I guess.
Let me make sure I uncover my mic. It's there. I don't believe it. And you know what? Danielle Robertson immediately came to the defense of Miss Tobert and said she wasn't going to say that. How do you know that, Danielle? She said she was not going to say because she does all about the tea. Why are we going to believe you, Danielle? You're proven. You're proven. You falsified documents. I mean, like it's nothing. Falsified documents. Who else falsified a document? You have that in common with someone. Did you learn it from her? It's just a question, Danielle. All comments and opinions in the chat are allegedly. This is part of the story. It is. No one would be talking about Monique Tobert if she wouldn't have come on the channel, the platform. But she came and volunteered information. So it will be forever 2021 when she came. Rare Groove said, that's interesting, Teddy. These are new facts about Monique Tobert.
This is new. Something that would go to either, just kind of call into question integrity, character, honesty. I didn't say she lied, but you know who did? Or maybe they put it a different way. Misinformation, omission, deliberate, and she was fined. Yeah. So why didn't they dig that up? Because that would have gone to maybe debunk. It could have gone to debunk some of the things that she said, or either cast doubt that they were true. Oh, we've got Danielle Robertson, right? Demanding an apology and said that Monique Tolbert was done so wrong because she came on the platform and the way she was asked questions and the way she was treated. And even though so Debonair gave what? At least 2 or 3 times. It wasn't adequate. It wasn't sufficient. And who else demanded and beat So Debonair over the head for an apology and even cried? It was Sunny. Why was she weeping?
That would be a good place to end it for this morning with that question. Why was she weeping? Why? When she was demanding an apology from So Debonair, when they all met up, why was she crying on her platform? I'm talking about Sunny. What moved her to tears? To tears about a woman nobody knows, is a stranger. And this would be 4 months. No, let's see. June, July, August. 3 months after Miss Tolbert came to the platform. You still moved? You still wanting an apology from So Debonair when he did offer one? And then the attack, September, would ratchet up against So Debonair. That would be September of 2021. So it started with Nosy Old Lives channel being terminated August the 27th, and then her other channels on the 28th. Then there was an interview with Monica later in September, and others would come on to their platform and give their opinion or feedback. And it just kind of snowballed. Yeah. Well, that's it for now. Uh, yes, she was behaving like someone who would be very close to Miss Tolbert or family. Baby Juju. she can be part of my family anytime. Huh? Wow. I remember that. And then she did join Black Rabbit on the panel to question Marcella. And Marcella provided receipts on Miss Tolbert, just some information that she was giving to Nosy Whole Live and, the unmasking group. It was all about Miss Tolbert in those receipts. So why did Sonny need to be on the platform? For moral support? Think about it. Moral support for whom? Was it Black Rabbit supporting Sonny? Because she was hurt? You have to ask these questions. Yeah. Wow. All right. Join me later when I come back for Night Talk, and I hope everyone has a great day. Biggest bear hugs go out to all the Grizzlies and the Honey Bears. But that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Have a good morning.
Hi, let's go.
Alright, let's take a look at our weather forecast today.
Today's forecast, a lot of sunshine, blue skies, marine clouds. Just a perfect day to go outside and relax. That's your forecast. We'll be right back.
Yeah, sunny days, sunny days, sunny days. No clouds in the sky, about to get away. Feels like it's been a freaking decade. Sorry, don't call me cause I'm gonna be on break. Sunny day, make way. All the stress and doubt, yeah, not today. Feels like it's been a freaking decade. Sorry, don't call me cause I'm gonna be on break. Got the Tropicana, fresh cut sushi on a platter. Brandy, Henny, it don't matter, shots. Till I drop, gonna be 24/7, golden hour like a boss. And they say, yo, guess you got a 2 o'clock appointment for a champagne shot, for yeah. I'm busy trying to take it higher. Got no time for never, only spending cheddar. Wish I could do this forever. Chilling with the hottest company. They all wanna welcome me to their private penthouse suite. Yeah, now I got the key. Rooftop pool, got a heli on speed. Ocean view from the highest peak. I'm complete. Oh, I want this to stay. Please don't go away. Sunny days, sunny days, sunny days. No clouds in the sky, about to get away. Feels like it's been a freaking decade. Sorry, don't call me cause I'm gonna be on break. Sunny day, make way. All the stress and doubt, yeah, not today. Feels like it's been a freaking decade. Sorry, don't call me cause I'm gonna be on break.
Oh, 반짝이는 waves 향긋한 나를 향해 cocktail feeling up 어제나 뿐일 때 태양의 너야 이 순간을 느껴 꿈이 아니니까
Dollars on a dolly with my homies, eco-friendly. Here we invite only positivity to this party. Don't want no drama with any bad karma. Got a lot of that in La Vida Loca. Just wanna let it all go. Yeah, I can't say no when I'm this free. Don't wanna go home, oh I can't sleep. Weather's so nice, only got good vibes. Yeah, we here chillin' in paradise. Sunny days, sunny days. No clouds in the sky, about to get away. Feels like it's been a freaking decade. Sorry, don't call me cause I'm gonna be on break. Sunny day, make way. All the stress and doubt, yeah, not today. Feels like it's been a freaking decade. Sorry, don't call me cause I'm gonna be on break. Sunny days. No clouds in the sky, about to get away. Feels like it's been a freaking decade. Sorry, don't call me cause I'm gonna be on break.